Hi folks, I hope you're well. I just realised something. I was just uploading the last video I did about I feel at peace about it, and I feel more at peace because the reality is I know that I've spoken to, God, it must be 5, 6, maybe 7 people from that church about me being banned from the church because of Carly Bevan. Right? Because, yeah, from what God showed me over 13 years ago now, that when I met her in the church in September, whatever day it was, I can't remember. It's irrelevant, early September, yes, around about the 9th, I think. It would have been the 19th, I think, yes, about the 19th it would have been, I guess. When she came and stood next to me, she was the woman that God had told me about all those years ago. Well, either she was, or she's 90% of what God told me, which is pretty binking close. Good guess, really. Can't be blamed for guessing when 90%, can I really? And especially as I say, she didn't have a ring on, which is okay. Maybe she doesn't believe in rings. Fine. But again, that's a sign, isn't it, within our society, that a person is single when they don't have a ring on. Okay? Because I say, for men, we have to judge by what we can see initially, until we know, right? Okay. She was a tiny bit flirty. Now again, as I say, I think what happened was her spirit recognised something about mine, and so therefore it was more that leading the flirtiness rather than her. And I'm okay. I'm not judging her on that in any way, shape or form. I'm simply saying why I believe that would be the case. And then, she was telling me about how she gave her life to God and all of that, and how she doesn't swear anymore, and and to me that's again, someone you just met, you go and tell them all that sort of stuff, and you're all prideful with the fact you don't swear anymore, and you think that's something you should tell someone you just met. Okay. Well, again, I'm not judging her. I'm saying that was her spirit. Yeah, I can easily put that down to her spirit. And that's okay. In a church that's basically run completely by Manuel, and he made that church all about him, her meeting someone who actually gives a damn about God and gave a damn about God's way, then obviously her spirit would have reacted to that maybe. And so therefore, okay. Yeah, no judgment on her in that one, because it is what it is, isn't it? And if God wanted me to see her in that way, then okay. But then again, as I say, whether she heard about me thinking that from my videos, or whether she heard from the pastor, I don't know. She hasn't told me. And she's the same as the other church, basically. If she's offended because I keep doing videos mentioning her name, then rather than doing things right, so I can say good things about her, she just wants me to stop telling truth about someone who thinks it's okay to ban people from church. Well, as I say, put it this way, the other people in the church, they know about that. They know. They also know about Christmas Eve guy. They know what he did. And they don't care. They really don't. They could not care less. So to me, let them all receive the same dealings as Mrs. B and Christmas Eve guy. Let them all receive, because if they agree that what those people did was right, if they don't care to say that it was wrong, then they should receive the same consequences. That's fine. Let them receive that. That's okay. If that is what people want to do, then that is what people want to do, and that's okay. I don't mind. In any way, shape, or form. If they want to do that, they can do that. What I say, Manuel and the current pastor, they're both going to receive the same because they both supported her in that decision making, didn't they? Yeah. So therefore, if you support and you're the pastor and you go ahead with that decision to ban somebody because of that, because someone was offended, rather than actually tell the person, go and speak to them, deal with it. Deal with it. It doesn't matter. If you're comfortable in your relationship and you're going to stay with your husband, it doesn't matter if someone says you're supposed to be theirs. It doesn't matter. Okay, if they're right, then okay, maybe you both lost. If that was your decision to lose, then that was your decision to lose, wasn't it? Really? Yeah, that's okay. Absolutely fine. That's your decision. That's your decision. It matters not. But as I say, the reality is, would she have gone to God to ask that question? No. And again, do people care that people don't go to God? No. Not in any way, shape, or form. People in church don't care. So again, that is, to me, that has to be the point. If people in church don't care, then okay, leave them to it. I know, put it this way, all of this is up to God. It's all down to Him. I was just about to say, and I stopped myself because I realised that that's the case. I was just about to say, I know that if God, in the future, if He wants to prove it, He wants me to go back to that church to tell people, the consequences of that stuff, then there'd be a lot of people from that church right now who'd be dead by that time. And who could go to hell because of that. And again, that's their choice. Isn't it really? That is their choice. If I'm in a church, well, again, I can't talk from their point of view. I can only talk from mine. And because I'm not them, I wouldn't react the way they did, basically. But if I was them, I would. That's truth. Because again, I was going to say, if I was in their position, I'd walk out the church if I found out a church was happy to ban people because they caused offence. I'd walk out that church. I wouldn't be able to stay there. Well, as I said before, there's no way, shape, or form. For a few seconds, I was considering maybe that I could be a teacher in a church like that. That I could actually teach people. But then I realised how. Because the pastor of that church would want me to come under him, and I could never do that. A pastor who thinks it's okay to ban people, rather than say to someone, go to God about the offence and deal with it. I'm not going to ban people from coming to church. Especially for that. If I'm going to ban someone, then, okay, if someone keeps coming into the church with a knife and wanting to kill people, then different situation. But someone that actually offended you in the past? Oh, shut up. I'm not going to ban people from that reason. So any pastor who doesn't say that, any pastor who agrees to ban people, I can never be under that pastor. Never. Oh, not at all. It'd be me saying that that's okay to do that. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't say it's okay for them to do it to me or anyone else. So, no, it's the right thing is just to walk away. That's the point. That is the right thing. Because even going to the men's meeting, if I went to the men's meeting, I'd be coming under that pastor in that men's meeting. Can't do it. Can't do it. No. Now, in the Thursday thing, you don't necessarily have to come under the pastor, but yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. So there you go. I wish you well. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye.